Well, did I pick it or what? Remember a few weeks ago when I was gonna predict who was going to be in the Super Bowl? I think Denver's gonna be in, hands down, easy. It's just a matter of who's gonna play Denver, and I think it's gonna be Seattle. I really thought San Francisco was gonna pull out that game last week against Seattle, but somehow Seattle got into the Super Bowl and it's gonna be Seattle and Denver. You want me to make another prediction? So you can gamble, you can make a lot of money. I should get a cut of it though, right? Denver's gonna win, and I think it's gonna be a blowout. I really do. I think it's gonna be a really, really mismatched game. I'll still watch it. I do watch the Super Bowl, but I don't really have much invested in it. I've got some cool show and tell this week from a bunch of people sent me stuff this week. It was really cool. I've got the best audience in the world, but check this out. You know what this is? This is a cutout plaque. You can see it's made out of corian. Corian, is that how you say it? It's the countertop material you use in kitchen cabinets and that sort of thing. And this was from Gene Simmons made this. Gene Simmons. And you thought he was just busy, you know, playing bass for Kiss. No, he makes stuff. It's a different Gene Simmons, I think. Maybe it's the same Gene Simmons. He actually made me 2 of these things. They're really heavy too. They've got a good weight to them. But that was really neat. Thanks, Gene. And speaking of unusual materials, these are, well, plastic. They came from Jeff Newhook, and they're little keychains. This is a neat little one. It says, I heart my workshop, and it's got my logo up here, and then this one is just the WWMM logo. He did these on a 3D printer, and I think that's really cool. Thank you, Jeff. And I got this. This is from Bill Corey. I got a lot of stuff this week that wasn't wood, but this is really cool. Bill Corey is a blacksmith, and this is a branding iron. So I guess you just heat it up, right, with a blowtorch, and then I can brand wood with it. And it was funny because when I first looked at it, let me see if you can see it there. When I first looked at that, I thought, well, it's only half my logo. Sometimes I'm a little slow on the uptake there. So thanks, Bill. That is really cool. It's a work of art. Tim Charles is doing some blacksmithing now, and it's really fun to watch that. I just like watching people make things. I guess it doesn't really matter what material they're working with. As long as they're making stuff, it's always fascinating to watch. Remember last week when I was saying that woodworking for mere mortals is kind of hard to say, and that WWMM is also kind of hard to say. Somebody had a good idea. He said just go with, you know, like the first letters. Whoa, whoa, Mimo. Woodworking for mere mortals. Whoa, whoa, Mimo. Yeah, we're all Mimos. I kind of like that. We're officially in a drought now. It's horrible because I really need to water the grass, but we probably shouldn't, but it's just getting worse and worse, and it's just beautiful. I mean, I love the weather because we're up in the probably 70s today, I suppose. It just hasn't rained. Oh, I should probably say something about Max's Woodworking. Max apparently is the new Ted. Remember Ted's Woodworking? Those of you who might be new to this may not know. It's this scam where they sell 16,000 plans on a DVD. Who in the world would want 16,000 plans? I don't know. And most of those are just illegally acquired plans, just hobbled together. It's just a mess. It's a multi-level marketing scheme is what it is. And there is no Ted, there is no Max. It's all just this big thing run through a company called ClickBank who supports all of this nonsense. So if you get any kind of email or if you see something on Facebook that's from Max's Woodworking, basically anything that says 16,000 plans DVD, or they could change it to, you know, 20,000 plans someday, I don't know. Any of those things, don't waste your money on it. It's a scam. It's sad because this new Max's Woodworking on Facebook now, last I saw, had like 12,000 likes on it. What? I think there might be some shenanigans though. I think that there's like these probably like banks or something where you can just buy likes. That's my guess. So if you do like that channel, unlike it right away. It's a scam. You're supporting thievery and piracy. Something on the lens. Popular Woodworking announced that the Woodworking in America show is going to be in September this year, and it's going to be in North Carolina. I think I'm gonna go to that. I hope I can meet some of you there. It would really, really be fun. I've never been to North Carolina, so I'm really looking forward to it. I guess they probably smoke a lot out there, don't you think? I don't know. Isn't that where they... Yeah, North Carolina, that's the tobacco growing state, I think. I don't know, that'll be interesting because nobody really smokes here anymore. In May, I'm going to be at the Weekend with Wood in Des Moines, Iowa, and that's put on through Wood Magazine. So if you are anywhere near Iowa, you might want to sign up for that event too. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh, and I'm also going to be at VidCon in June. So if you're in Southern California and you'd like to attend, it's a big YouTube conference. My son and I are both going to. VidCon. So it'll be really interesting to meet some of the people that I see on YouTube all the time. Have you seen this commercial for Poop Pourri? My wife told me about it and I looked it up and it's just the weirdest thing, but it's pretty funny. Check it. I'll put a link down in the description too. Tomorrow are the Grammys too, so I'm gonna watch the Grammys. There's a lot of good, there's a lot of new music on there I'm looking forward to see. I think Lorde, do you guys like Lorde? I really think that her voice is incredible and I think she's gonna be performing. So that'll be fun to see. I'm pretty sure she's nominated. A few people have been asking me what's happening with my CafePress site. I have the new t-shirt site, which is more than just my logo on stuff. It's just all kinds of woodworking stuff, which is at Spreadshirt. But I still have the CafePress site for logos and like this hat and that sort of thing. I need to get a new one myself. They have a logo on there that I uploaded. I put on there, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. It's been a long time. That's an old Woodworking for Mere Mortals logo on there. And every time I go to change the logo, it says something is wrong, it won't. And so I kept thinking, well, maybe they'll fix it, maybe. So finally, I contacted CafePress and I said, this is just not working. Is there some way you can fix this? Maybe it's just a bug on my part. They said, oh, well, you know, that feature is not available for your free shop. If you want to upgrade to a premium shop, then you'll have that functionality. I thought, well, that was kind of sucky. All I want to do is change the logo. I don't want to build a huge HTML layout or anything, so I think CafePress now kind of sucks. And I was interviewed on a radio show that aired this morning. It's called My Fix It Up Life. You might be interested in that. It's a man and a wife who do a DIY radio show, and it's a lot of fun. So they had me on there for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes or something, and to talk about woodworking for mere mortals. And if you want to listen to that, check in the description for a link. I have a YouTube channel I want to recommend to you that is not woodworking related, but is so inspiring. It's just called The Portrait Art. I found out about this channel because she's a new member of Subbable, and Subbable kind of hand picks who is going to be on their site, and they try to get sites that are unique and different. Wow, you've got to see this stuff. She draws portraits that are just brilliantly, amazingly lifelike, and it's all time-lapse, and it's hypnotic. You'll watch one and then you'll just start watching more and more of them, so check it out. Didn't really get any questions about the football tray. You know, I really did not want to have to put these colors on this tray. Should have been red and gold, but it wasn't, alas. Alas. But it's a fun project, really straightforward, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this now with those two colors. One thing I'm gonna start doing though is I'm gonna start auctioning off some of my projects and just donating the money to charity. When I auctioned off that art easel, it was really cool how many people were willing to bid on that, and I've got way too much stuff that I build. I don't wanna just sell it. I would rather auction it off and maybe make a little bit of a difference in the world if I could. So I'm gonna be trying to do that in the upcoming months. I hope you have some time to get out into your shops and make some stuff this weekend, unless it's really cold where you are. I've never worked where it's been really, really cold, but I know a lot of these guys are saying how it's, you know, 0 degrees, and I wonder, are you more likely to do some woodworking because it's cold outside and there's nothing else to do outside, so you work in the shop? Or are you more likely not to do any woodworking because your shop is just too cold and you don't want to go out and do anything? If it gets really cold here, woodworking is just not very pleasant to do, and I don't have any heat in my garage, and so it's just, Okay, thanks everybody. I'll talk to you next week.